moving out of space, I guess. Fantastic level, by the way. Really enjoyed looking at that one. We're going to go through the 10th to 1st place videos. Now, I believe in the video, the level is shown in its entirety. Like, this is Stardust Sanctuary by Glubfuberz. I am going to be pausing and looking at stuff, but I'm going to be less vigilant compared to how I was at the beginning, just because we're looking at the whole level. I love how these details wrap around the pillars, and look at these objects. That's so sick, how the rings rotate in different directions. Look at these colors, too. The background with the strong orange backlight. Super sick as well. Man, this level looks fantastic. Look at these animations. That's so sick. And we have an owl swooping down. Such a cool overlay. Wow, this level is so pretty. Like, this one feels massive, and it works super well with the song. Love that mid-layer decoration with the moose or the deer. That's such a sick transition. Look at these designs. Glubfuberz is a name that I have seen around as like a renowned art slash effect slash whatever style you would call this these days. It's pretty much art, but it's like a refined version of it. This is fantastic. Look at the particles at the top and bottom. We have the debris. Such cool environments are being built up here. I really like how smooth this one feels overall. I love these intermission periods where we're zooming through. I like the radial blur and everything. Love the mosaic-esque designs. I really like that. I find it really fascinating how block designs are getting made at this point. You have like custom brick designs, as you can see. And then you just have different patterns that are made up using that little particle tab, I'm pretty sure. Like the static particles. Love those giant circle rotating designs. Everyone knows, if you've watched this channel before, I'm a sucker for these. I find them really fascinating. One thing I noticed going through here, you have the circle designs with the gears, but then you also have platforms with spikes that are rotating around. And look how the layering pushes the spike to the front and back of the block. Super sick. I want to watch that through in its entirety because it just feels super smooth. Builds up the level super nicely. Super consistent theming all the way through this one. I like this. This feels like such a polished level, and that's an incredible transition. My goodness, dude. Love the island-based structuring here, too. The dash orbs and jumps just feel so perfectly timed. Love how the whole thing is sequenced, where that portal is shown in the center, and then you have a whole transition built upon that. So you go past this little section, the camera kind of throws you off the side, and then you zoom through, and you fall from the sky, going down onto this platform with this portal that consumes the screen and then becomes the main part of the next background. Like, this is genius level sequencing, feels extremely natural. My goodness. And you float with the icon turning to black into the background. Wow. Incredible. I wanted to watch this transition again before I play through the level. So we have this giant... Okay, this is like a zodiac sign chart right here going around the outside, rotating out. Then we have this explosion where we break through and the icon is changing its perspective. This is like a custom-made portal. Is it? Is this custom made? I don't think that is not a ship portal. Look at the perspective on this. And you go through the portal and that becomes the portal that breaks. So cool. Love how the background is shown as an island, and then you have the island-based block design. With this incredible layering, reusing some of the designs that we had earlier with the cogs, perfectly layered here. Okay, since I watched this level in its entirety on the video, I just want to practice it off recording. I'm just going to go and beat it in normal mode while I talk about my main thoughts on this level. I think this one's insanely clean. Glubfuberz, this is the first level I've played by you, but I've heard a lot about you, and this level is it's a great first impression, I have to say. It's one of the cleanest levels I've seen in the Space Gauntlet. Everything is cooked to perfection. The gameplay works super well. I love the colors and just how atmospheric everything is. It seems like, not in a bad way, but it seems completely effortless how well this comes together. And that's a great thing. I think that just means that you've pieced this whole environment together so seamlessly with such cool details all around that this thing just feels completely natural. Nothing about this feels forced at all. It just looks so perfect altogether. There's not a single thing I'd really change about this. It's just one of the nicest Space Gauntlet levels I've seen so far in terms of how well it comes across, how playable it is, and well likable it is. It's just so cool. I love the different aspects of it, how you have the glow sections that light up, you have the glow on the floor, you have the patterns in the background that just feel so good. Man, this whole thing is amazing. I'm a big sucker for big rotating, circling objects like this, and I think you've done such a good job to work it in without this whole mechanical section feeling out of place. That transition is just so perfect too. And I love the fact that it zooms out and you can see the islands. I just think that's such a perfect touch to make this feel magical. Make it feel completely spacey here, because not too much of this level is too spacey apart from the stars and everything, but there's a lot of like realistic elements, like the trees and stuff that you wouldn't necessarily tie into space, but it just feels right. Like, this is such a great level. Big fan of Stardust Sanctuary by Glubfuberz.